is Ashley Kinder. I am from Diamond Bar, California. I have a T-cell deficiency, and my mom has CVID. My grandmother on my father's side actually has selective IgM deficiency, so we've gotten used to it being a family affair in a sense with having immune deficiencies. My grandmother was the first one to be diagnosed, and then my mom, and then slowly me. So about 10 years ago, my grandmother was diagnosed with the selective IgM deficiency. With that, she had been sick for about 2 to 3 years prior, like really sick, hospitalized a couple of times, just given like multiple antibiotics to treat it. And I had been pretty sick too, not hospitalized, but sick around the same time. And I was told as soon as my grandmother was diagnosed that I needed to start trying to get tested to see what was wrong with me. I had been temporarily diagnosed with the selective IgM deficiency, and it was really low. My grandmother's is like single digits, but mine had only gone down to like the low 20s. Somehow after like 5 or 6 years, my IgM actually went back up into normal range. But after I had my daughter, I was about 25 when I had my daughter. My immune system was just like really bad. I got really sick during my pregnancy a lot. I had shingles during my pregnancy. That was a nightmare. And so I started asking for questions. I had been diagnosed when I was like 2.5, having asthma. I had a chronic cough that would not go away. I was about 28 by the time I actually started getting any answers in regards to my chronic cough. My mom, like I said, has CVID. After she turned 30, she started having a lot of GI issues. She had a lot of sinus infections and just was always in the doctor's office with something. Every month we'd probably be there 2 to 4 times a month for just my mom, and then I'd be there at least 2 to 3 times a month myself. So it was just a journey. My mom was diagnosed, it was about 50, she was about 50 when she was diagnosed. It took about 18 to 20 years for her to actually fully get diagnosed. And my mom was actually kind of, the testing that the one doctor did on her, it was kind of an oopsies because of the fact that I brought up my dad's mom, and he thought that was my mom's mom. And so when he called my mom, he was like, you have what your mom has. And she's like, what do you mean, my mom? My mom's been deceased. And so because of my dad's mom and that getting brought up into the conversation with the one specialist she was seeing, she was diagnosed with her CVID by a GI doctor that was actually in Pasadena. And he was able to help her get into UCLA, where she sees Dr. Gendelman. And she flat out told my mom, I think you have this is why. We're doing blood tests, I'll see you in a month. And that's how she actually formally got diagnosed. She started treatments within a few months, and she's been doing a lot better on her IVIG. And then just for me, I was diagnosed a little over a year and a half ago with a T-cell deficiency, and it is life-changing, but I feel like early intervention is always better. So I'm just thankful that I was able to find out answers and just work towards figuring out what needs to be done so I can be proactive in taking care of myself and making a better future for my daughter. I love doing the walks. I think it's really a big deal to promote and advocate for yourselves. So I feel like building teams, even as like a family, like you're advocating for yourself and you're standing up telling your family, like, I want you to learn, I want you to understand. And IDF gives people that knowledge, that education to be able to advocate for themselves, to stand up for themselves, to be able to kind of search for better answers when people keep saying no, like this isn't wrong. Like they give you a solution of how to approach it so that if it can be figured out, like what to look for and how to look for it. PI doesn't mean you can't live life. You can live life. You can still continue to pursue your life. Just learn what you need to do so you can stay healthy. Like it's definitely people. I've heard a lot of like my mom, even when she was first diagnosed, was like, I just can't do this. Like I want to give up. And I looked at her and I'm like, you can't. Like you just have to keep pursuing what you can do to get better. Learn how to take care of yourself, at the best you can. Definitely learn to advocate for yourself, because sometimes you get doctors that they're just like, oh, I'm just going to give up on you because I can't figure it out. And you're like, no, I can't let you give up on me. I know there's something here. Can you check this or this? And so, yeah, that's something to me that I think would be really encouraging to people, is like, just don't give up. Like keep going and pursuing life.